Oh, hello there. This is Lisa Swank, and it's time for Gina Ahrens Design Team Challenge. And this month, our prompt is tickets and use it. I have an idea to make some tickets. I don't know about using the tickets. I'll probably just stick them down in my journal. But what I've done is I've just taken, one of these flyers that you get in the mail. They're kind of thick, they're a very thick paper. And I thought that I would recycle one of those that I've saved into tickets. So I sanded the, well, you should sand the shiny if they're real shiny, so you get the gesso to stick. And then I didn't put 2 coats of gesso before I put the paint down, and I am going to have to do a second coat on these. And because I cannot, it would have been better if I used 2 coats of gesso instead of 2 coats of paint. But I think from this point forward until I end, I'm going to try and fast forward it. I'm trying to teach myself how to do that. And so I'll be back in a minute. Oh, hello there. I'm back, and you know, I think I'm pretty much done with at least these two here. You know, I may go in and do a little doodling on some of these little details here that Gina has down here. This is a glitter gel writer. It looks black, but the color indicates you know, almost like a sepia, but it's black. And I not really sure how I'm going to use these. I may save them to put them down on journal pages later. I do like how they came out, and you know, this one I stamped directly on to the gold paint, and I really like how that came out. I think it turned out pretty good. You know, I had to go in and do a little you know, touching up because my paint wasn't completely smooth down, and I'm running out of this black glitter pen, but I thought I would like to make those hearts, excuse me, black. And this one here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to select some of the different colored pins that I have, and maybe possibly put some down on there, but I may wait to do that until I decide what the journal page color is going to turn out to be. So that's why I haven't. And this was the collage down borders. And I just wanted to briefly go over what I used. I told you that I used a glitter gel writer. And then I used a Sharpie to kind of do some of the thicker lines that I had to touch up. And then the writing I did with the Sakura archival, you know, it's the brush pen of the Micron pens. And you know, I used Gina's Big Dream stamp here, and then I added the words, "It's a one-way ticket, so dream big." And then this one kind of explains itself. It's just adventure. And then this one here, this one was going to be a toss-up between adventure or my ticket to be able to say no, because you know how sometimes us women kind of take on too much for ourselves, but I decided not to do that one. And then this one says, "My ticket to create my own happiness," and that is one of Gina's stickers there. And these are one of her border stamps that I used out of this packet right here. And the word happiness is there that I used. And then I used, there's the set. I don't know the numbers of the sets yet, but this is a picture of it, so I'll link her Etsy shop down, and if I show the picture you'll be able to recognize this set of stamps. But I used this Dream Big stamp out of that one. She got two cute little faces in there. And I used her arrow stencil for this one. And I just used black Stays On ink. I tried keeping all my supplies out so I could tell you what I did. And then this little, on this one here, I used this one, and I use pieces of it selectively. You know, you see me put down the mask over the part that I didn't want the stamp to go on, and I just continued the line with one of my Sharpie pens. And what else? And the word adventure came out of this set, and she refers to this one to her angel set, but I'm sure it must have a number. And then let's see, this arrow here, and I want to darken up this arrow with black glitter pen, and I've run out of ink. But this stamp right here was this one right there. Yeah. So that was how I made my tickets, and we're supposed to use them somehow, and but I think each one of these are big enough that I can kind of use it as you know, a saying or a quote or a word on a journal page that I've done. And that's why I'm not coloring this one in, because, you know, I would be able to incorporate the colors if I waited to know what the colors are that's going to be on the journal page. And there was another thing that I wanted to show you guys. You know, I don't know if you guys realize it, but Gina has written a book, and it's a wonderful book. I've read it, and I'll just show you the table of contents of it. Living a Created Life is one chapter. Finding Your Inspiration is another one. Acknowledging Your Feelings is another one. Oh, I should have did the no ticket, huh? And Your Life Path, and All About the Author is in the back. And I'll show you the back of the book. And it's reasonably priced, and I think you can order it from Gina, or you can find it on Amazon. I think she sells it on Amazon, but I'll link her Etsy shop below, the link to that, and to her Facebook group. But creativity and self-expression, a journey. And inside the book, she has some of her artwork in there. I don't want to show too much because that kind of gives it all away. And but I did mark. But there's exercises that you can do and things to think, you know, read and think, and then do an exercise with. This one's gorgeous. I love that. And so yeah, so she's done a book too, and it's full of color, and is what I like about it is she's kind of left room on the edges of I think the one that she sells in her Etsy shop, enough room to doodle something which is great because I'm a bookmarker from way back. That's why I buy my books, because I do it sometimes without even thinking about it. And if I borrowed somebody else's book, then I got to replace the book. So I have a horrible habit of doing that. Or dog earing the pages. But anyways, that's it. That's her lovely book. What a accomplishment that is. And I would recommend it. I've read it, and it was easy reading. So that's, and you know, I had some, which maybe I'll share those next time. But I'm gonna close this. You know, I'm still not feeling the best, and I still have this respiratory thing that's going on, and I'm sorry. It's been a month, but my son's family was sick for quite a while, and some of them even developed walking pneumonia and bronchitis, and I think that's what it's kind of turned into, as a bronchial thing. But anyways, that's enough about me. You know, I stamped way more, just to go back to this one here, this ticket with, you know, if you're doing over bumpy surfaces, it's kind of good to do your stamping on a piece of tissue paper and collage it down. And I didn't know how it was going to stamp down on this one when I did it, so that's why I did extras here, but I'll save that for something else. I don't want to throw it away. And I did stamp it out at Stays On ink. But you know, sometimes the surface is just too bumpy to make a good impression. And this was almost too bumpy, because as you can see, I went over some of it. But you know, some of it, I like that the paint, you know, it didn't do a, you know, it just, I like how that one turned out. And this one's going to be awesome once I decide on the colors. And so there are my tickets for the Gina Ahrens Design Team Challenge. There are going to be some other artists linked below also that are doing this challenge, and so click on them, enjoy their videos. They do an awesome job, and I'm kind of a newbie at this, but I was glad to participate in this challenge. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Bye now. Oh, hello there. You know, I forgot to, I always forget something. I forgot to mention that Gina is having a 15% off with her whole Etsy shop. So that means her stamps, stencils, digital downloads, her book, and I don't know if you guys all know, but she also has classes that she well, I'm zoomed in a little too close, but she has classes for purchase through her Etsy shop, and that 15% off does pertain to the classes. It's store wide, is all you have to do to get the 50% off is put my name where it's indicated at the checkout, at all caps, you know, capital ILSA, and then the number 15, and you'll receive 15% off of any of your purchases. And you know, I wanted I did a little more to this ticket here that I did. You know, I ran out of the black glitter ink, and I ended up using my Micron pen brush to kind of fill in the hearts. And I also added the word life's, you know, life's adventure. I thought it was pretty good. And I used just to kind of, you know, I have this postal stamp type thing, and I just used that to put some interest in there, and I like it a lot better now. So I think I mentioned everything that I forgot to say.
All right. Bye.